today and the first round of the Tour de Fleece. I uploaded a video yesterday of my plans for the Tour de Fleece, and all good plans go awry. About 4 days ago, I developed a nasty head cold. It's common for me to get a cold this time of year between allergies and the cooler weather. So perfect timing. I get a nasty head cold right before the Tour de Fleece. But I'm doing it anyway. If those boys can get out on a bike in this crazy climate, then I can sit in my comfy house on a spinning wheel and spin some fiber. So they definitely had a challenge today. I've not really followed the Tour de France before, but I figured if I'm going to be doing the Tour de Fleece and spinning with these gentlemen, I should know a little bit more about the sport and at least watch it while I'm spinning. So that's what I've been doing. And I watched a few videos before the tour began to kind of get an idea of the history of the race. I watched La Race and Palatoni. I think that was the right name. But really interesting sort of history behind the race, and I found it really fascinating. So I did watch the first stage as I spun away on my spinning wheel today, and congratulations to Alexander Kristoff of Norway, who won stage 1. Sorry, spoiler alert. And my heart really went out to Pavel Sivakov from Russia. That poor man fell early on in the race, and then on his right side, I think it was, and then he fell again later in the race on his left side. So he was like skinned and bruised and broken on both sides, and so I wish him the best tonight, that he gets some sleep before he has to do this again tomorrow. It was really a challenge for them. It's a month later than they normally would race, so I guess it's normally warmer there in July, which makes sense, and it's rainy and it's cool, and so the bikes were not behaving the way that they are used to. So definitely an even bigger challenge for them this year. So definitely my thoughts and prayers are with all of the guys racing this year. So as far as my spinning for the Tour de Fleece goes, in my intro video the other day, that I released yesterday, I talked about some of the things that I was going to be doing, and of course those plans have changed. One of the things I talked about was a photo-inspired roll leg that I hadn't done yet. I did manage to get those roll legs completed, so this was the photo inspiration behind these roll legs, and these are the completed roll legs. So these will be spun during the course of the tour as well. I can't remember which stage, but they will be done. So that's that. One of the changes is I have a membership box from Paradise Fibers. If you follow me, you've probably seen the videos of my unboxings and my spin and my finished project. I did finish my project for this month's box. I just haven't posted it yet because I've made little scarves for my grandchildren, and I want to have pictures of them in the scarves for that video, so that is coming. But this month's box was a fun little box. It was like the best of fiber for Fiber Club, and they just gave like little balls of fluff for each different fibers that they've had throughout the 7 years that they've been doing Fiber Club box. And on the Paradise Fibers Ravelry group, someone had mentioned that they were going to keep a small bit of fluff from all of the braids that they get, and they were going to put them together into this crazy art yarn like I did with my my box fiber. So I thought that was a really cool idea to do with my Tour de Fleece fiber. So I now have to take out anywhere between 3 and 5 grams of fiber from everything that I spin during the tour and put away for my Tour de Fleece August 2020 crazy art yarn. So that's going to decrease the amount of grams of fiber that I have on each stage to do with the gentleman racing. So it's going to adjust everything, and rather than go back and recalculate everything, I'm just sort of spinning until I hit the mark of grams that I'm looking for, and then I'll stop. So I saved a little bit of red fluff from the Good Karma batt. So this is what you'll be seeing in the spin after I'm done rambling. This batt, I'll insert a picture here of the complete batt. I laid it out on the bed and took a photo of it, so I'll show that here. What I did was I split that by the red, the orange, and the blue sections. So, and then I sort of drafted that in the zigzag way, so that I could have almost like a roving to spin. So I took a little bit of the red, a little bit of the orange, and a little bit of the blue, and I'm going to keep those aside. And this will be the bag that I will accumulate all these little balls of fluff for the Tour de Fleece Crazy Art yarn once the tour is over. So that should be fun. So I did manage to get 156 grams, or actually it was 157 grams of fiber completed on 2 bobbins. I wasn't sure how I was going to ply this once I spun it. I was thinking as I was spinning the red, do I want to put all the red on one, all the orange on one, and all the blue on one, and then apply the 3 colors together and just make a funky spirally? And then right in the middle of it, I decided, no, I'm gonna do it on 2 separate bobbins and then ply it together sort of like a gradient. So that's what's happening. This was the first bobbin and this is the second bobbin. When I got them all done and weighed them, taking out the weight of the bobbin, of course, one was quite a bit more than the other. So, and I didn't have 157 or 156 grams. So I had to off camera spin a little bit more on each of the bobbins. And this one came out much heavier. This one came out at 80 grams and this one came out at 77 grams. So this one is a little bit more on the heavy side. So I'll just have to kind of play with the blue as I finish these off to try to get equally weighted, but we'll see. It really doesn't matter because when I get to the end, I'll just bracelet ply anything left over anyway. So that's enough rambling. Now I will let you enjoy the time-lapse spin of today's spin for stage 1 of the Tour de Fleece. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you next time. I'm not exactly sure what the fiber in this batt was. My husband got it for me in June for my birthday, and I don't remember if he gave me the contents from the farm he bought it for or not, but I'm pretty sure it is a merino and alpaca blend, but there also were bits and pieces of what looked like maybe a silk or silk noil in there as well. It was super soft and fluffy. I know that the normal blend that this farm uses in their yarn is a 70-30 merino alpaca, which leads me to believe that's probably what this was, but it was so soft, I think it may have had more alpaca in it than just 30%. It was a little bit of a challenge to get an even spin out of it, but I just kind of let the fiber do what it wanted, and we'll have some fluffy, yummy yarn no matter what. had a little trouble getting it started there. I think that's my own challenge with not working with alpaca very frequently. I've used it in small bits in rollags and blending board projects, but I haven't spun anything with as much alpaca content as I think this bat had, which made it more of a challenge just for myself. It had nothing to do with the fiber itself. It was a beautiful fiber, but it was a great learning experience for me. This is the end result. So tomorrow I'll be spinning up the rest of the blue. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and please subscribe, hit the bell so you'll receive notification when the next video goes up, and I'll see you tomorrow for stage 2.